You are the worst. Not entirely sure how people with cats actually get things done. Hi YouTube, it's Kathy and welcome to my Fantasy Fest TBR. The very lovely Kelly over at Sir Rainbow Skychild asked me if I wanted to co-host this event and I said of course I do. This of course is a readathon focusing on reading all fantasy and it happens from August 24th through 31st. It's a full 8 days and there are a lot of really difficult challenges. Since it's an 8-day readathon, there are 8 challenges and there are some difficult ones. We'll get to those. For these challenges, you're obviously trying to complete all 8 of them. You can double up with your books, but you do have to read at least 3 books during the readathon, which you'll find out the reason for that at the end. Challenge number 1 is to borrow a book from a friend, the library, a relative, whoever. Most of these books are going to be borrowed. I think actually only 1 book on this list is something I actually own, so that is already covered. Challenge number 2 is to read a short story, and for that I'm going to read a fairy tale called Iron Hands. I know nothing about this fairy tale, but I've already put it on hold at the library, so even this covers the first challenge. And because fairy tales tend to be pretty darn short, this covers the challenge. Challenge number 3 is to read a book with 600 or more pages. Yes, we're getting into the challenging challenges. For this one, I am finally going to pick up The Name of the Wind. I have the first 2 books in this series, but I'm one of those types of people that likes to read them just before the 3rd one comes out, because I know that when people read the first one, they really needed the second one immediately, and then when people read the second one, they wanted the 3rd one immediately. And that's basically all I know about this, is people really like this and the writing is really great, and I think he likes to talk about money systems a lot, but literally I know nothing about the plot. I double checked when I was still at home. I'm pet sitting right now, so my books aren't anywhere near me. And this book is definitely over 600 pages. Challenge number 4 is to read a self-published book, and for that I'm picking up Litsy versus the Marauders. This is a book I picked up a while ago because I was looking to support a self-published author. Basically, I made a post in one of the Facebook groups I was a part of, and somebody did a little bit of self-promo, and I went, yeah, this premise actually sounds pretty good. Lindsay is walking home from a party one night when she sees these creatures attacking another woman, and it goes from there. I've actually read the first 100 pages or so and then had to put it aside for more pressing reading, which is code for I had things out from the library, and since those have a due date and things I own don't, sometimes they get shuffled aside. And although this was actually sold to me as science fiction, upon that reading, this is definitely science fantasy, which is a legitimate genre. If I remember, I'll put links to all the subgenres of fantasy down below because there's a fascinatingly large amount of fantasy genres. Challenge number 5 is to read a book not written by a white person, which in the field of fantasy you might think is a little bit difficult, and you might be correct. And that's why this challenge is here. For this challenge I picked The Red Threads of Fortune. This one is about a prophet, and there's magic, and that's basically all I know. Sometimes it's really weird for me to make TBRs, especially when I'm just picking things that fulfill a challenge, because I won't necessarily know much about the book, because I like to go into my books without knowing too much. I don't want to know the full plot ahead of time. However, I have seen this author mentioned quite a few times, so I figured it's time to pick them up. Number 6 is read a book that features a dragon, and for that I've chosen Dealing with Dragons. Obviously this is going to feature one, or possibly many, because it's plural. I'll come back to this in a little bit. Number 7 is to read a book with a non-human character, and for this I'm going to go the dragon route again. I'm pretty sure the dragon is not the protagonist in that book, so I'm going to read Franklin's Flying Bookshop. This will actually be a reread. It is a children's picture book, but I'm excited for the second book in this series to come out, and since it's not out yet, I will just have to make do with rereading the first one. The final challenge, though the one that makes it so you have to read at least 3 books for this readathon, is to read a complete series. I went to my book club meeting the other day and my friend said, hey, I saw that you were doing that fantasy readathon. Do you have a series already? And I was like, well, I have this one that I've picked out because the library has all the audiobooks, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them in time and in order in such a short amount of time because you have to place holds and that type of thing. And immediately she walked to her bookcase and thrust this at me. This is a 4-book series. It's called The Enchanted Forest, and it's a wickedly funny fantasy series. My friend said that she absolutely adored this as a kid and she's reread it several times, and I think this is a series I could probably get through. I also enjoy that the box says that they're 4 witty, wondrous tales. That sounds like something right up my alley. And of course I'm ever grateful to friends who just walk to their bookcases and go, here, take this. So there we go, that is my TBR for the Fantasy Fest readathon. I will put all of the challenges down below so you can review them and make your own TBR. If you do that, let me know about it and post your TBR down in my comments so I can go check it out. Like I said before, the readathon is running from the 24th to the 31st, and I am very excited, even though it actually overlaps with another readathon I'm doing for the first couple of days. It's fine, we'll be okay. We are also going to have video challenges during the readathon, so make sure to watch out for that. If you've already read about any of these books and want to talk about them without spoilers, let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!